happening? Freaking man, look at snow's finally here. Maybe I'll be back on the snow removal mafia soon, and you know, I recover some of this freaking stuff I've lost over the past couple years, man. Just like this, right? Look, this is the best birthday present ever. Actually, this year I didn't get no presents at all. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, I don't care. I don't really want anything from anybody anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody made me dinner and a cake. You know, that's fine enough. That's all good. But it's like, it's like I've been hung up on that shit, man, forever, man. Bitch fucking setting me back, stealing my channel, stealing my stimulus. Freaking. And then I can't log into my old account to get any of my videos back. Freaking. But I just had the revelation tonight, man, that all I got to do is just go recap all the old material I've already done from the old channel. And actually doing it again this time, I'm like way better at all of it. So I might not really, if I put in a lot of work, like 8 years, fucking, freaking 3,700 videos, like, countless hours of freaking, and then resources, spending time and energy and Wi-Fi and phone bills and or bag stealing and borrowing and whatnot. I can get it all back and more, and it's still all out there. Like I said, man, all you gotta do is just go look at it. Freaking, I won't get back those. I only got up to 500 subscribers anyway. Well, something like that. But I want to go back over this terminology called ambient narcissistic abuse. I mean, listen, when I first got when somebody popped my cherry, actually, I think this was the first guy. I think this is where I freaking actually got it from. What was weird, I watched his video, right? I recorded a video. And while I was doing the video, it was like I was getting chased from spot to spot because the environment around me was being all like loud, man. And like freaking, like look, like just hoovering, okay? And the dude said in the net, he uploaded another video, and he was like, he goes, Ant, and he goes, Chris. And it was weird. It was like a synchrotronic like sign. I felt like he was gaslighting me, like he was trying to like tell me something. You know what I'm saying? It was weird, right? Ambient narcissistic abuse, man. I mean, I've dealt with this shit my entire fucking life, actually, dude. Freaking, and it's like ambient narcissistic abuse is almost like if you lived in a fascist communist country and they constantly got government propaganda on loudspeakers, or like in Muslim countries where they're like, hello, Islam, on the speakers all day. That's kind of like, that's ambient. Ambient means in the background. Okay. It's kind of like, all right, it'd be like if somebody's like bitching at you, right? And you're just like, man, I ain't trying to hear this. So you just start watching the TV and you're like this. So they just keep carrying on. Like, look, and then they get louder and louder and louder. Or they get tired of that. So they go get on the phone because, listen, narcissists love to have an audience. Oh, an audience, man. If you want to know if somebody's really a narcissist, bring them around an audience. You know what I'm saying? And look, you'll see. And that's another tactic that they use in narcissistic abuse, is called using the audience against you. Or that's what they do in gang stalkers. When they do street theater, there's a couple operatives. But look, you're in Walmart with 50 fucking people, right? But look, you only got 5 operatives. But the 5 operatives stir the pot and they get loud to get the fucking audience watching. That's kind of like when normally sometimes people provoke you to a fight. In secret, they've been provoking you, bullying you, just being mean. But all of a sudden, when other people are watching, they get nice. They're all like, they're perfectly composed. You know what I mean? And you're all off kilter now because they done got you all riled up. You know what I mean? But ambient narcissistic abuse. My mom said when she went to jail, right? She said the guards would walk by and they would intentionally jiggle the keys, or they would slam the door. Like, listen, they seen that you just went to sleep, so they go to the cell next to you and just slam the door. This is something else. That's what gang stalkers do too. They do things like honk their horns. Hear them sirens in the background? Ambient narcissistic abuse. Just a reminder, if you wanted to get fucking too crazy, the man's out there on the prowl always. Look, or just like the government propaganda from the loudspeakers. Oh, you better pay your taxes. Support your president. Look, I mean, those are variations of narcissistic abuse, okay? Like, here's other ways this can be done. It's like your neighbor, right? Your neighbor's just banging his music, got the bass up, totally loud, no regard. Your kid, you're a newly a parent, and you just got the kid to bed. This guy's so cool with his cool car, and he's banging so many chicks, because chicks are shallow and they'll bang guys with cars, Frickin', he comes pulling up, to let your girl, know that he's home and that he's available if, that's a form of ambient narcissistic abuse. Like, if someone's like, listen, if somebody's like when somebody's mad, right? And they're doing something like a common regular task, but they're making a lot of noise. They're like really they're not dragging their feet. They're stomping their feet. Like me, practicing my ninja kung fu and shit, I know how to roll my foot so it's silent. And that's also kind of like, listen, that's being mindful of your surroundings. It's harmonizing. You know what I'm saying? But some people just don't give a F, and they want everyone to know that they're in the area. I mean, that's kind of a form of narcissistic abuse. Like somebody's mad at you, and listen, they're talking on the phone, but they're like talking really fucking loud so you can hear them, because that's what they want. Because look, a narcissist is really just, look, they're dripping in their pants when, listen, they're on the phone, which is an audience with one of their flying monkeys, but also they know you're close enough that you can hear it too. So they know you're kind of an audience too, dude. Look, because they're kind of like the center of the universe. No one else matters. So fucking look, they do shit like that. Like, if someone's, slamming the dishes, around in the sink, frickin', that means something. Frickin', just like somebody, like, your girlfriend's mad at you. She's like, fuck you, you're just insecure. And then she gets out of the car and just slams the door. Frickin' look, they're using that noise. They're weaponizing, look, that's direct. But most of the time, ambient narcissistic abuse is indirect. Like I said, like, look, it's like they're doing it for someone else. They want it to appear as if it's about someone else, but it's really directed at you. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, that's a good, it's a great freaking, like, tool in your belt to understand how the narcissistic freaking abuse works. Freaking, and it's like I said, yeah, the police sirens. Like, listen, I used to get wasted in the hood, and I would go outside and bang my scrap off. I mean, in a way, the innocent bystanders who look, ain't never done nothing to me, freaking, or whatnot, freaking, hey, they're caught up in the crossfire. But look, there's other guys down the street, and they're banging their heat off all the time too, freaking. So it's kind of like a way of letting everybody know that, hey man, you don't want no problems over here. And I mean, listen, that's what you got to do in certain parts of town to blend in, to fit in. And I mean, and that's kind of another way that could be done. Freaking, But yeah, that's like a noise campaign is what that's called, a narcissistic abuse. And they do, look, like something they used to do to me when I was getting gang stalked. It would be like they would synchronize car alarms, okay? Like, listen, I'd be walking through a parking lot. I mean, listen, this sounds like I could just be tripping. I'm just paranoid. But they would, Hank, like, listen, but there'd be like, it'd be like, Hank, 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 Hank. Like, multiple agents at the same time would all freaking hit. I mean, that's also kind of like a way of saying fuck you. It could be a way of saying fuck you. It's like, all right, you're standing outside and your neighbor pulls up and they fucking, when they walk away, they hit their fucking the lock the door fucking car fucking alarm button, right? But covertly, it's saying fuck you. I don't trust you. You're a fucking thief. You're a piece of shit. You're garbage. You know what I'm saying? Freaking another way the gang stalkers fucking they would drive by with these trucks with no mufflers, and they'd be like, "Brrr!" And they would like roll around your block and roll by and by and by. Look, that's ambient narcissistic abuse, freaking, in a way too. I mean, even that's like two people in another room, and they're talking shit about you and they're gossiping and shit, but they want you to hear it, but they're not just gonna come straight out and do it. That's freaking. These are all forms of ambient narcissistic abuse. What else were they? Slamming the doors, man. Like, that's a slamming the doors, honking horns. It's all like background noise, man. Freaking I mean, you could, like, here's another thing. Like, look, once again, your girlfriend, you guys could be, look, like, you guys know that your relationship's on the rocks. Now all of a sudden, every time you come around, she's listening to like this real sexy love fucking music. Like, that could be a sign that she's covertly telling you she's in love, but you know it's not with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's I mean, these are all fucking tactics. Like, 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 look, it's like, you know something's wrong. They're being like loud. It seems like you're angry. You're angry at somebody, and listen, that's a psi weapon, dude. It's to mess with your head. Like, look, once again, it's like walking on eggshells. That means you're trying not to make any freaking noise. But if this person's fucking constantly being like fucking loud and abrasive, and I mean, I even had family members that would just like, listen, they just bitch out loud. Nobody was even listening to them. And freaking look, but they were yelling out loud, like in the back of the fucking trailer, and just carrying it on and on and on. And it's kind of sad because look, that you had nothing you could do but just block it out. Because there's like, look, in that situation, even if they would look, if somebody's just complaining, even if you fixed all their issues, they were addicted to complaining. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing you could do. It was like, no, they listen, sometimes that wasn't necessarily malicious. That was just like a dysfunctional person with dysfunctional ways, man, in that situation. But look, no, there's some people who actually, look, they're kind of evil and they're doing it to be real malicious. You know what I'm saying? Some people are doing it because listen, they don't have any other way to self-regulate. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, so they develop this weird, like, especially with women, so they expect you to understand what they're thinking sometimes. And it's like, that's impossible. And it's like, and even if you did, they would just raise the bar on you. You know what I'm saying? They just move the goalpost back. Even if you know what I'm saying? I mean, so it's kind of like, I just wanted to rehash out ambient narcissistic abuse real quick while it was fresh on my mind. Peace.